Call on Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Call on Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. The great Ali Shaddai of Israel, the great I am, the possessor of heaven and earth, the spirits of heaven and earth, giving all respect to his son, Yahweh Shai, the Adonai, the Hamashiach, the light of this world, just to my Redeemer, my Comforter, and my salvation, and the only one to plead his blood over Israel, the only nation granted for our salvation. Giving much respect to the high prophets, the apostles of Great Millstone, giving respect to those brothers because, the Most High is working through them to give us the word and to prepare us for the times ahead and to make us better and to make us come back into the house of Yahweh. Amen. And giving respect to the Akim, my brothers that are in that follow Great Millstone and listen to their teachings and attend their classes, and as well as do the work on the highways and byways and at home. Shalom, shalom to you, brothers. Much love to you, brothers. And shout out to the Aquath, the women that's listening in the truth. And you fear, whether you got a man or not, you fear the laws and statutes and commandments of Yahweh, and you learn in silence. There's nothing wrong with learning in silence. There's nothing wrong with allowing your man to do the work and to do the heavy lifting. And if your man is Yahweh, you know what I'm saying, in the spirit, and then you fear and you fear his statutes, commandments, and you love the Lord, and you allow him to teach you, and you learn in silence. There's nothing wrong with learning in silence. There's nothing wrong with listening and learning and allowing the natural order of things. So, shalom. Coming back to you with another episode. It might not be that long, but, it's just enough to get my point across. You know what I'm saying? And what was the point for today? The point today is keeping the faith. Keeping the faith is most important to us. Keeping the faith is very, very strong. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the faith no matter what will, most likely, possibly, I'm going to say possibly, because it's, not everybody is meant to be saved or for salvation, but, you never know if you're the one, that Yahweh Shem Yahshai and Am Yahshai is coming to save. So, keeping the faith is very, very powerful. And we can go to a couple of accounts in Job that discusses how he kept the faith and how strong he was in the faith and that he never stopped believing, you know what I'm saying? And the same goes for us. No matter what you go through, no matter how much, hell you go through, keep the faith. Love Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and Am Yahushai. Even in doubt, keep the faith. Be strong. Let the Lord be your rock, and let the Lord be your protection. And keep doing the work. It may be well with you that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and Am Yahushai comes to get you. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm praying for the brothers, you know what I'm saying, the ones that are laboring the truth, that they get, saved. And I'm praying for my own salvation as well. Hallelujah. So we can get a couple of accounts, a couple of examples from the book of Job that shows that, you know what I'm saying, that strong, rock hard faith that he had, that we should all have, We go to the beginning real quick. Because we all be tested. We all go through things. You know what I'm saying? We all got our highs and our lows. We all got our challenges. And the challenges are getting even worse. So what's the best thing for you to do is to keep the faith, man. Don't let it go. Keep the light. So when it goes dark, it may be well with you that your light don't go out with it, It says, there was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job. And that man was blameless and upright, and one who feared Yahweh and shunned evil. And 7 sons and 3 daughters were born to him. Also, his possessions were 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 female donkeys, and a very large household, so that this man was the greatest of all the people of the east. It says, and his sons would go and feast in their houses, each one on his appointed day, and would send and invite their three sisters to eat and drink with them. So it was when the days of feasting had run their course that Job would send and sanctify them, and he would rise early in the morning and offer burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned and cursed Yahweh in their hearts. Thus did Job regularly. That's right. So, if you a specific individual and you are loving and you are a caring individual, you not only pray for people, you know what I'm saying? You pray, no, you not only pray for yourself, you pray for your loved ones, you pray for your friends, you pray for, your people. Even though, the grand scheme of all things is that these people are not in the truth, you still love them, you still pray for them. But like the Most High say, pray not for them, but, for the love that you got, you do keep people in mind. Yahweh knows, your mind. Yahweh knows your emotions, your thoughts. He knows exactly what you think about. And, you're a good person for having love for others, and you have love for yourself. That's great. But Job did the same thing. Those of us brothers that are very specific and very, into the truth and, very knowing and very different, we always watch over our loved ones. We always watch over them, where they're going, from their left to the right, how they doing, what they're thinking every day. Because when you get into the spirit, it's nothing new under the sun. So you can easily, if there's nothing new under the sun and everything is a ring, like like Yahweh says, it goes round and round, then it's not hard to anticipate, you know what I'm saying, the things that people are doing. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to anticipate the day. It's not hard to anticipate those things. We know tomorrow is not promised, but, the anticipation of all this is that it's nothing new. It's the same old thing. So, people are easy to anticipate, sometimes you don't even have to read their thoughts to know what's going on with them. It's very easy. Sometimes they'll show it to you, sometimes not, but, you can pretty much see, but, I understand brothers that do care about their families. You got brothers that are very different, that really watch over their families, the ones that are in the truth, they got that spiritual eye. So, they keep watch over their people. Hopefully their people come in. Hopefully their people change and be converted, and if not, we still can worry about our people. It says, now there was a day when the sons of Yahweh came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan also came among them. It says, and Satan and Yahweh said to Satan, from where do you come? So they try to make it look like Satan is an enemy, you know what I'm saying, aside from the main subject. They try to make it look like Satan is the enemy because his name sounds evil, you know what I'm saying, and the roles that he played are evil, you know what I'm saying, but that's a part of the grand scheme of things. We all know from what the prophets have broke down to us and revealed to us that Satan is on the left hand of Yahweh doing all the bad things, but all these bad things are the grand scheme of Yahweh, you know what I'm saying. So Satan is an angel on the left side of the Lord, and he's never went against Yahweh, not even once. He's not a rebel. He's not some angel that's going to come crashing down because he got kicked out of the kingdom of heaven. It's none of that. He's never been kicked out of the kingdom of heaven, never. He's always done his job. He's always had he has ultimate power from Yahweh. He's connected to the Lord. So why would you want to go off when you got that much power? Satan never went off. Satan never turned his back from Yahweh. It's just that his name sound evil, and from the things that he do may seem evil, but they're not. It's a part of the grand scheme of the Lord. Yahweh is light and darkness. He makes good and evil, So just aside from the main subject, that part, it was going to pop up in the book of Job anyway. So when people ask, they be like, oh, see Satan, the fallen angel. He wasn't fallen. Okay, he's not a fallen angel. He's not a bad angel. He's just doing his job, and that's exactly what it is. Everybody has a job to do. Like me, I'm just doing my job. I'm over here to tell you what's going on, to tell you about the second coming, to tell you the truth, and pull you out the lie to the best that I can. That's the best that I can do. I'm just here to do my job. Satan is there to do his job. He's the left hand of Yahweh. He's the ones that's tempting these people. He's the ones that the white people sacrifice, blood in answer to his demonic spirits and his demonic legions. The people that's not doing what they supposed to do, that's Satan. You know what I'm saying? That's not the like fallen angel Satan. No, it's spiritual demon Satan. You know what I'm saying? So that has nothing to do with him being a fallen angel. He never fell out of heaven and none of that shit. Book of Job is the blockbuster for that. It destroys that lie. So when people expect Satan to fall out of the sky and be cursing them out and just go after the people and slaughter everybody, that's not how it's going to go down. The devil is already here, and that the Bible says the devil is a white man. He is a white man. So it says, and Yahweh said to Satan, from where do you come? So Satan answered Yahweh and said, from going to and fro on the earth, and walking back and forth on it. It says, then Yahweh said to Satan, have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on the earth, a blameless, upright man, one who fears Yahweh and shuns evil? So Satan answered Yahweh and said, does Job fear Yahweh for nothing? Have you not made a hedge around him and around his household and all around that he has on every side? You have blessed the work of his hands, and his possessions have increased the land. It says, but now stretch out your hand and touch all that he has, and he will surely curse you to your face. And Yahweh said to Satan, behold, all that he has is in your power. Only do not lay a hand on his person. So Satan went out from the presence of Yahweh. It says, now there was a day when the sons and daughters were eating and were drinking wine in their oldest brother's house. And a messenger came to Job and said, the oxen were plowing and the donkeys feeding beside them when the Sabeans raided them and took them away. Indeed, they have killed the servants with the edge of the sword, and I alone have escaped to tell you. While he was still speaking, another also came and said, the fire of Yahweh fell from heaven and burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them, and I alone have escaped to tell you. It says, while he was still speaking, another also came and said, the Chaldeans formed 3 bands, raided the camels, and took them away, yes, and killed the servants with the edge of the sword, and I alone have escaped to tell you. While he was still speaking, another came and said, your sons and your daughters were eating and drinking wine in the oldest brother's house, and suddenly a great wind came from across the wilderness and struck the 4 corners of the house, and it fell on the young people, and they are dead, and I alone have escaped to tell you. Then Job arose. Ouch, I got an itch. Excuse me, y'all. Itch. That was a bad itch. It says, then Job arose, tore his robe, and shaved his head. And he fell to the ground and worshiped. And he said, naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return. Naked shall I return there. It says, Yahweh gave and Yahweh has taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh. So, that's a sign of strong faith. So you got to have strong faith, in this life. You got to have strong faith when you're dealing with Yahweh Shem Shai. The things that are coming and the times that are coming ahead, you're going to need this unbreakable faith to survive the things that are, that are coming at you, because it's going to be many tests. There's going to be many temptations that's going to come, and you got to be strong. You got to be rock solid. Some brothers may feel down. Some brothers may feel in doubt. Some other brothers feel lonely, but, you turn to, other brothers that are teaching the word. They give you encouragement. They make you strong. They make you keep that fear, in your heart. Fear Yahweh Shem Shai, and know that the Lord is going to, get you through this, and trust Yahweh and understand that Yahweh is only testing you. So and it could be a hard test. Like Job, he had a hard test, A lot of things were taken from him, but did he curse the Lord? Did he turn his back on Yahweh? Nope, not once. So that's the times that we're coming into now, that we would be tested, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of things will be taken from us in these times to come. But, you know, you got to keep that rock hard faith and keep pushing no matter what. It may be well that Yahweh Shem Shai sees that you deserve the power and allow you to deliver yourself. He may see you, see you that you deserve, you know what I'm saying, to be saved and have salvation when the world comes to an end, which is what, the great nuclear event, and you don't get blown away, you know what I'm saying, during the times that are during that end, and you don't be destroyed, left in a lake of fire to burn. So, that's, exactly where the race is leading to, and it's just coming down to who's going to survive the end of days when all this takes full effect. So, it's a lot of things that are happening in the world that should get you geared up and get you ready. And it's a constant reminder to stay in the truth, to keep worshiping Yahweh, and to keep a rock hard faith, be the rock in the flood. It says, in all this, Job did not sin nor charge Yahweh with wrong. It says, again, there was a day when the sons of Yahweh came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them to present himself before Yahweh. And Yahweh said to Satan, from where do you come from? Satan answered Yahweh and said, from going to and fro on the earth, and walking from walking back and forth on it. It says, then Yahweh said to Satan, have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man, one who fears Yahweh and shuns evil, and still he holds fast to his integrity, although you entice me against him to destroy him without cause. It says, so Satan answered Yahweh and said, skin for skin, yes, all that a man has he will give for his life. But stretch out your hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will surely curse you to your face. So, that's interesting that he says that, because God does have a congregation, even though he doesn't need an audience or any advice. He does have the angels. One on the right side is the good angels, and one on the left side is the bad angels. And the angels that watch over you, they determine whether you are worthy or not. So one angel can be like, he is on the highways and byways, doing the work and doing it faithfully. You know what I'm saying? And then another angel is like, no, he's still going off. He needs to grow out, his beard. He's still going off because he's not putting in enough time. I don't think that you should give him the power. I don't think that you should redeem him, or, it's another angel that's battling back like, well, he is going to grow his beard out and do what he has to do. I see him every day. He takes care of his family. He goes to work. He never forgets about the word. He's putting his work in. He's pushing to the best that he can. And another angel can be like, well, that's not good enough, because I see another prophet out there and he's doing far more and way more than he should be. And I think that this guy should be doing just as much. So I feel like he doesn't deserve the power. So God does have the two sides, the good and the evil. You know what I'm saying? The angels that, that are looking at people who could be the possible elect. Some of them are and don't know it, and some of them are not, but overall, this is what's going on in the kingdom of heaven. It's a great election going on. So, you got to make the call of your election sure. You got to, keep doing the work. You got to keep going out there to the highways and byways. Keep doing what you got to do. You got to play the hero, You got to be that hero. You got to be strong. You have to be a living example of what Yahweh Shem Shai wants you to be, and like it says, a man's goings of the Lord. So, if you're doing this work, it's because God put it in you to do the work, giving you a chance to take your shot at being the elect, take your shot at being the chosen. Who knows? You never know. You might be one of those people, with those great powers. You might be one of those people that God come and pick up when them sirens go off, and all the destruction is coming. It might be well with you that you travel and you find food in these days. You find good water, you survive, or God make a way for you throughout all these people, and you happen to kill everybody on your sight and survive these battles that are coming. So, and it's all up to Yahweh Shem Shai. He might listen to the right hand, he might listen to the left hand of the angels, but it's his decision, whether to give you the power and or to keep you alive or not. You know, it may be well with you that instead of the Most High flying past you and destroying you, He'll fly past you and leave a blessing. So, you know, you want to be remembered. You want to go as hard as you can. You know what I'm saying, with this word. You want to do the best that you can to make your calling of election sure. You know, but that was a good. That's good. I like when, you know, Satan has said that, because he's battling back against that. You know, he's testing that. Like, why should he be, you know what I'm saying, the elect? You know what I'm saying? Why should he be a part of the group? He hasn't done much anyway. What's so special about this guy that you would want him to survive, you know? And, you know, God is looking like, that's a good point, you know? But God is the angels, all the angels know, you know what I'm saying? The good and the bad. They all know that God is very generous. He's very, and at the same time, he's very long suffering, but he's very kind. He's very nice. He's very beautiful, you know? So you never know. It could be well with you that Yahweh gives you that power to escape, because that's guaranteed. That's what I'm going after, and I'm doing the best that I can to go after it, you know? And I hope that you are too. So it says, and Yahweh said to Satan, behold, he is in your hand, but spare his life. So Satan went out from the presence of Yahweh and struck Job with painful boils from the sole of his foot to the crown of his head. He's being tested. And he took for himself a potsherd, which to scrape himself while he sat in the midst of the ashes. Then his wife said to him, do you still hold fast to your integrity? Curse Yahweh and die. But he said to her, you speak as one of the foolish women speaks. Shall we indeed accept good from Yahweh, and shall we not accept adversity? That's true. So you got to expect the good and the bad, the faith and the doubt. You know what I'm saying? The light and the dark, you know? And I know a lot of brothers that got a whole family, you know, and you got a whole wife, you know what I'm saying? So the things that you're doing may be strange in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? It might be strange in your woman's eyes. Like, why is you doing all that? You can easily just go do what you need to do and do whatever you want to do. You shouldn't be abided, because a lot of, you know, just be real, a lot of women aren't really into the truth. They don't have that belief that you have, and some of them don't believe at all. So the things that you do may seem strange to them. You know what I'm saying? So they get mad and be like, oh, forget about God, then I'm not worried about him if he doing me like that. You know what I'm saying? Because God give and God take away. And they won't understand that, you know. So it tells you that his wife had left him because of the stuff that he was going through. He was going through so much that, you know, it took away his family, it took away his riches and all that, and even took away his wife, you know. And his wife stopped believing, like they said, because he went broke and he became a bum, you know, in the story. So when he lost all his money and he lost all his power, that woman stopped obeying him and just left him and went after another man, because her faith wasn't in Yahweh. Her faith was in Job. You know what I'm saying? So she had left him behind, you know, because he lost all his power. He lost all his money. So it says, now when three friends heard of all this adversity that had come upon him, each one came from his own place. Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite. It says, for they had an appointment together to come and mourn with him and to comfort him. And when they raised their eyes from afar and did not recognize him, they lifted their voices and wept. And each one tore his robe and sprinkled dust on his head toward heaven. So they sat down with him on the ground 7 days and 7 nights. And no one spoke a word to him, for they saw that his grief was very great. It says, after this, Job opened his mouth and cursed the day of his birth, and spoke and said, may the day of which I was born and the night in which I was said, a male child is conceived, may the day be darkness, may Yahweh above not seek it, nor the light shine upon it. Make darkness and the shadow of death claim it. May a cloud settle on it. May the blackness of the day terrify it as for the night. May darkness seize it. May it not rejoice among the days of the year. May it not come into the number of the months. Oh, may that the night be barren. May no joyful shout come into it. It says, may those curse it who curse the day, those who are ready to arouse Leviathan. May the stars of its morning be dark. May it look for light but have none, and not see the dawning of the day, because it did not shut up the doors of my mother's womb, nor hide sorrow from my eyes. So, he's very mournful. He's very in mourning. And, sometimes we find ourselves in that type of mourning. Sometimes we find ourselves in that type of sadness. But, fret not. Don't be sad. You know what I'm saying? Be strong. So we'll skip down because it's a lot of mourning going, you know what I'm saying, with him. We can go to them. I wanted to go to the part where the Most High answers Job. Because his friends are all doubting. His friends are all doubting, not knowing that it was a test from the Lord. Then Yahweh finally answers Yahweh. No, Yahweh finally answers Job. It says, then Yahweh answered Job out of the whirlwind and said, who is it that darkens? Who is this who darkens counsel by words without knowledge? Now prepare yourself like a man. I will question you, and you shall answer me. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Tell me if you understand, if you have understanding. Who determines its measurements? Surely you know. It says, or who stretched out the line upon it? To where its foundations fasted, or who laid its cornerstone, when the morning stars sang together and all the sons of Yahweh shouted for joy, or who shut in the sea with doors, when it burst forth and issued from the womb, when I made the clouds its garment and thick darkness its swaddling band, when I fixed my limit for it and set bars and doors, when I said, this far you may come, but no further, and here your proud waves must stop. Have you commanded the morning since your days began, and caused the dawn to know its place, that it might take hold of the ends of the earth, and the wicked be shaken out of it? It takes on form like clay under a seal, and it stands out like a garment. From the wicked their light is withheld, and the upraised arm is broken. Have you entered the springs of the sea, or have you walked in search of its depths? That's deep, because the Most High is telling him, I do a lot of work, man. The Most High does a lot of work. He's seen a lot of things, And it's really deep. It's really powerful, because he tested Job, and Job had questioned the Lord, and, he had answered him. Have the gates of death been revealed to you, or have you seen the doors of the shadow of death? Have you comprehended the breadth of the earth? Tell me if you know all this. See, we don't know nothing. We can't comprehend the Lord's ways. That's the whole point. That's why we pray for mercy, because the Lord is fearful. He ain't no joke, man. The Lord is scary, man. It says, where is the way to the dwelling of light? And darkness, where it is its place, that you may take it to its territory, that you may know the paths to its home. Do you know it? Because you were born then. or because the number of your days are great? Have you entered the treasury of snow, or have you seen the treasury of hail, which I have reserved for the time of trouble, for the day of the battle and war? By what way is light diffused, or the east wind scattered over the earth? Who has divided a channel for the overflowing water, or a path for the thunderbolt, to cause it to rain on the land where there is no one, a wilderness in which there is no man, to satisfy the desolate waste and cause the spring forth, the growth of tender grass? Has the rain a father, or has he begotten the drops of dew, from whose womb comes the ice, and the frost of heaven who gives it birth? The waters harden like stone, and the surface of the deep is frozen. Can you bind the cluster of the Pleiades, or loose the belt of Orion? Can you bring out the Mazzaroth in its season, or can you guide the great bear with its cubs? Do you know the ordinances of heaven, of the heavens? Can you set their dominion over the earth? Right, we don't know nothing. That's why we afraid, and we you know what I'm saying, we understand the test of the Lord, and we keep the faith. It may be well that, you know what I'm saying, the Lord loves us and keeps us safe, because all the things that the Lord do, you know what I'm saying, our services is little to nothing. He allows us to do these things. He has mercy on us, you know, because we so small. You know, it's in our rightly service to die for Yahweh too. So, if I know it's sad, but it's the truth, you know. So when these things come, you got to know why. If you died, you got to know why. You got to understand why. But if you survive, then you know that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is with you, you know. So it's going deeper and deeper into other things that's leading off my subject. So, I'm going to close for now. But, it's just a test to always have the faith and to stay strong. Live to fight another day. Love Yahweh Hashem Yahushua with all your mind and your heart. I got to come up with a couple of more organized presentations, because right now things are even getting bumpy with me, So, jobs, everything is whirlwinding around me. But, I hold the faith strong. I hold it fast, and you should too, no matter what. Keep the faith, go, you know what I'm saying, and push through and break through, you know what I'm saying. And it may be well with you that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is with you, So call on Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Kakadash. On to the next video, Lord willing. Happy Sabbath, you know what I'm saying. I couldn't make it to the highways and byways because there's so many things in my life going on, So shalom, shalom, shalom. Call on Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and name Yahushua. Good night.